Welcome back to the channel, baby. I hope you're doing well. Bit of a disclaimer. This is a suggestion from Nancy Andrews. And the first time I did this, I could claim that I hadn't heard it before. But this is like the fourth time I've done it because of technical difficulties that I brought on myself. And so hopefully this will come out okay, because if it doesn't, I think I'm going to take all this stuff, throw it in the street. But I enjoyed it. It's very, very cool. I think you'll like it as well. What I'm doing is I'm doing Pink's What About Us, and then Angelica Hale, which I believe you must have seen because I did quite a few on the channel. But this one, I think Nancy told me she was 12. At the end it says she's 10. So either way, it's pretty amazing for her age, right? And so here we go. Let's get started, and I'll get this up, make sure everything's going well, and here we go.
We are searchlights we can see in the dark. We are rockets pointed up at the stars. We are billions of beautiful hearts, and you sold us down the river too far. What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about us? We are problems that want to be solved.
Very nice.
We are children that need to be loved. We were willing, we came when you called, but man, you fooled us. Enough is enough. Oh, what about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? Oh, what about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? Oh, what about love? What about trust? What about us? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about us? Sticks and stones, they may break these bones, but then I'll be ready. Are you ready? It's the start of us waking up. Come on, are you ready? I'll be ready. I don't want control, I want to let go. Are you ready? I'll be ready. 'Cause now it's time to let them know. Are you ready? What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? So what about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? Hey,
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one up and get that ready. So I said a whole lot on the other videos, so I'll try to keep it a little bit more succinct this time. That song is first of all, it's gorgeous. Pinky has a great, amazing voice. Never cared for her when she first came out, but you know, I was an old stick in the mud, and now that I've listened to more and more music by all different genres of people, I've come around to a lot of different ideas. And what I really like about songs, you know that I like to compare and contrast. This song is going to be difficult because Angelica was 10 when she did this. So, but the production work on that, and of course Pink's going to have the best, right? But the production work on that is phenomenal. It's outstanding. And if you want to listen to that again, or listen to the original, whatever, without me interfering, listen to the layers, man. Listen to the way they use the EQ. Like in the beginning, they use the EQ on the piano to basically take out all the highs, right? So the piano is in the same EQ level with the kick drum, which is very cool. And they use everything else to kind of fill up that space. And then when she's singing one of the bridges, you could hear in the background she's singing, but it's pretty dry. There's not a whole lot of production on it. And I love that. As I get older, I like just kind of making different kind of sauces, right? Taking different ingredients and making something new with that. And I believe they do on this song. It's got that heavy 4 on the floor dance beat that everybody wants to go dance to. But if you listen to it with a different ear, I think you'll hear different things than I did. All right, this is Angelica, Hale. It's called the 2018 Organ Project, which I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to go to Canada to anything called the Organ Project. I need my organs. Anyway, Angelica, Hale singing What About Us? And we're going to do that right now. And I want you to notice something about the drum set. I won't say anything till it's over. I really do.
So this next song is so inspirational. I love it so much. It's What About Us by Pink.
So cute.
We are searchlights we can see in the dark. We are rockets pointed up at the stars. We are billions of beautiful hearts. And you sold us down the river too far. What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answer? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the beds that ended in disaster? Oh, what about love? What about trust? What about us? Problems that want to be solved. We are children that need to be loved. We were willing, we came when you called. But man, you fooled us enough.
I want to apologize for that. You saw me maybe texting on my phone. It's my bride, and anytime she texts with a question, I have to take it, especially with my health and stuff. She's always checking in. But we'll go back to this. I'm back it up in a little bit. And again, I hope you forgive me for that. I try not to do it very often. Okay. Here we go.
That need to be loved. We were willing,
Angelica Hale, everybody. 10 years old.
Wow, that was, I mean, this is, like I said, I've seen this a lot, and it still never fails to kind of put a warm place in my heart because she's so cute, and she's so precocious, and pardon me, my hair. Anyway, it's just the whole kissing the crowd and stuff. All I had to say about this in the other videos that I'll reiterate is if you had never seen her before, you didn't know who she was, you would look at this easily and say that girl's going to be a superstar. No question. Now, I will say that at 10 years old, you can see the girl she can become if she sticks with it, what she obviously has. But you look at somebody that says, you go, man, if they stick with it, if they get a good vocal coach, if they sing a lot, they're going to be this place at this age, or this place at this age. And that's what I feel about that. I feel that is great, and it's great. I don't mean this disparagingly, Nancy. It's great for kind of a novelty because she's 10 years old, and it's great. Really, I mean, very few people that age or even a little older can sing that well. She has some pitch problems. But a lot of that's breath control. You saw her kind of holding her chest. It's a technique. I didn't know what it meant. I had a band with some girls as singers. They were amazing, but every now and then I'm seeing them, and it's some kind of breath control thing. I don't know. You guys know better than I do. But she was amazing. And I think that this is going to be a bold statement. I think if she sticks with it, doesn't get caught up in all the garbage that goes along with being, with being a star, she's going to surpass Pink, I think. That's a bold statement, I know, but I love Pink's voice, but I love her projection. I love the ability to go from here to here, and she did that, which was very impressive, because in the lower registers, she's not mature enough yet. She's just not. I mean, her body's not mature enough. Her lung capacity is not mature enough to get really low. But when she went up into her head voice, it was so seamless. It was amazing. I loved it. Thank you, Nancy. Guys, if you like this video, hit like or a thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm not looking for a lot of subscribers. I just think if you like this being able to compare and contrast, I think you will. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the notification bell, comment down below, and come back and see me. I look forward to seeing you next time. Peace.